although I don't believe in, like, I don't mess around with free will and predestination too much because the way I look at it, I don't think people, I think it's a contrived argument.
How so?
Well, they don't, most of the time when they're talking about free will and predestination, they meaning anybody who's a scholar or some degree, I don't believe there could ever be such a thing as an absolute free will or an absolute predestination, because at some point the free willers are going to impede on the predestined ones because stuff's going to happen, like, like it just does. And then the ones, when you narrow down the scriptures to, let's say, like, the Bible's not talking about everybody at this point. They're talking about Israel. They're talking about this nation that became this guy Jacob, okay, who had a brother named Esau, and Isaac, it says, in Isaac shall thy seed be called. And then it went Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Jacob has a brother Esau. For some reason, Esau sells his birthright, and Esau does a bunch of things that Esau does. And he has a blessing, like, you're going to live by your sword. And then Jacob's going down this way, and then all the 12 tribes come from Jacob, not from Esau. And you follow these, and you find this nation of Israel develops from those 12 people. And you follow this trail, and the name Israel was given by God to Jacob. So, like, I don't think you could just say, like, oh, I'm an Israelite because I say I'm an Israelite, because that was a name that God gave a certain group of people in a whole family that came from Adam. But you read all this stuff, and then you have these applications, like, of events and concepts that happened to that certain people at that time. Like, like, for instance, they went into the wilderness and ended up at Mount Sinai. I highly doubt there were Eskimos there.